His family and our community will never be able to hear Harrison play and sing again. And for this, our hearts are breaking, and we are deeply, deeply saddened.
Tonight at 10, a heavy loss for Longhorns. A UT freshman killed in a senseless attack on campus. The community mourning together tonight.
I wouldn't be truthful to you or anybody else if I didn't say I was sad. And maybe a little mad, but mostly sad.
And the raw struggle of a North Texas woman diagnosed with a breast cancer mammograms couldn't detect. The Night Beat starts now. Students, friends, and family all still trying to wrap their heads around the appalling attack yesterday at the University of Texas.
Just 24 hours ago, this part of campus near the Gregory Gymnasium was still taped off. Police still processing the area. In the chaos that erupted here yesterday afternoon, 4 people were stabbed, 3 of them taken to the hospital. 1 is still there tonight. But a UT freshman, Harrison Brown, did not survive.
While their suspected attacker sits in jail, it's the victim of this tragedy the community is focusing on tonight. The Night Beat's Jason Puckett was able to attend a special mass this evening for the talented musician so many people adored. And Jason, a lot of people showed up tonight to support the grieving family.
Well, Quita, that's exactly right. It was a full service at the Catholic Center here tonight. We're standing outside that building just a few blocks from where that attack happened yesterday. But tonight, just a few blocks away, the folks here said they were taking the first steps towards reclaiming their campus and remembering Harrison. Here's a glimpse.
Shepherd me, O God, beyond my wants, beyond my fears, from heaven to earth.
We're a community in pain and grief today, in times when we are faced with incomprehensible questions. We know that he was part of our regular worshiping community, and that makes him part of us. It's not always important to have the right words to say or to think you can say something that makes it feel better, but sometimes just to be together is healing in itself.
And you can see here tonight the tower lit up in honor of Harrison. The entire mass tonight was dedicated to him, and it wasn't just students here tonight, also faculty members and community members. We also want to note that the Catholic Center here on campus has opened a fund for Harrison's family. Donations, the way to make donations can be found on our website, KVUE.com. For now, here live on UT's campus, I'm Jason Puckett, KVUE News, Night Beat.
And so many friends shared their memories of Harrison. Earlier today, Terry Gruca talked to one of his friends about what he'll remember the most.
Harrison was arguably one of the nicest people I ever met. He had such an eagerness to get involved on campus and follow in his brother's footsteps, who was really involved as well. He loved music. He was such a talented, singer and guitar player. One of his favorite artists was John Mayer. And he had such a giving spirit as well.
Colton says the Longhorn community is trying to find ways to push forward, but there's a sense of insecurity lingering on campus.
It's a reminder that life can be taken from you at any point in time, there's just a very tragic incident, and it's a good reminder to make the most of every day you have.
And that insecurity brings us back to the attacks where rumors were flying that the suspect, Kendrix White, was targeting people in Greek life. A number of tweets warning people to take off shirts with Greek letters filling social media. Now, we wanted to verify these claims and see whether this was part of White's motive. At a news conference this afternoon, UT Police Chief David Carter reiterated that it did not appear fraternity brothers were specifically targeted.
We can't find anything that suggests that he was targeting fraternities or any other group. There was a lot of information that was floating around on social media. None of the victims in this case was wearing anything that would indicate that they were actually members of a fraternity.
In this case, we're able to verify White's motive was not to target fraternity members. Chief Carter did say that investigators believe mental health issues led to these attacks. White had been involuntarily committed recently in Bell County. He's currently being held on a murder charge.
An apology tonight from Austin police about another unrelated stabbing on West Campus. The chief says they did a bad job keeping the public updated, waiting nearly 5 hours after the stabbing was first reported. The stabbing happened on Nueces Street near 26th. The victim says he attempted to break up an argument when a man stabbed him in the leg. He is expected to be okay, but police are still looking for the suspect.
Afternoon at temperatures in the 90s, falling in the 70s now under a mostly clear sky, but the clouds will be thickening up overnight as moisture is on the increase. So you'll feel the humidity by morning, and we'll even have a couple of showers by morning. Thunderstorms, though, return to our forecast tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, with this developing storm system coming out of the Rockies and moving into the Plain State. So some spotty showers overnight into tomorrow morning. Thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening could come in with a punch. A few strong thunderstorms possible. We'll talk about that and show you the latest hour-by-hour forecast a couple of minutes away.
All right, thanks, Albert. A young man shot dead by an officer after police say he was waving a gun and posing a threat to his mother. When Austin PD arrived at a home on Long Winter Drive in northeast Austin, they say the 20-year-old walked into the street with a gun. His mother followed him. They say that the man told police to shoot him. An officer did open fire, but only, he says, when the man refused to follow orders and instead turned toward his mother with the gun. Police tell us the mother said her son was suicidal after a fight with his girlfriend.
The family of the 4-year-old girl who was allegedly sexually assaulted by a teacher at Boone Elementary is now suing the Austin Independent School District. The Night Beat's Tina Shively is following this story for us. She's in the newsroom with the latest. Tina?
Well, Quita, the lawsuit claims that AISD has repeatedly failed to investigate accusations of sexual assault, and that's created a hostile environment that has denied female students, quote, access to educational opportunities. The complaint specifically names the detective assigned to the case, saying he routinely wraps up such investigations very quickly without charges against perpetrators. The lawsuit goes on to say the detective was in the room after doctors performed surgery on the girl. It says when the surgeon told them that the girl was sexually assaulted and that her injuries were not from a fall or a straddle injury, the detective said, quote, you have no proof of that. The girl's mother, who does not want to be identified, told KVUE late last month that she wants some answers.
So beyond frustrated and heartbroken, just my hands are tied, and my daughter is only 4, and I feel like I am her voice. She and I need closure.
You may remember the case was first reported back in February, but school police closed the investigation after the girl did not make an outcry during a police interview. Medical records showed that she had signs of a traumatic assault, but as we first reported, school police closed that case without pulling those medical reports. AISD Chief of Police Eric Mendez admits the mistake, but he does say medical professionals employed as part of the district's investigation team did review those documents. Travis County District Attorney Margaret Moore has said it appears as though this case was not a sexual assault. The complaint was filed this evening. A spokesman for AISD tells me that the district has no comment right now because it has not yet been served with that paperwork. Quita?